Hey, this is Kelly with Kelly's Magical Realm. I really wanted to talk about trust, like trust issues and everything, and anxiety, because our basic, our survival need is safety, right? We have to feel safe. And when that feels threatened, our body kind of kicks in with anxiety. You get kind of fight or flight in there and those feelings. And I'm just bringing this up because I've been finding some really good ways that really help you fight through that. And the best ways to feel safer is acknowledging times when you do feel safe, acknowledging the fact that, hey, 99% of the time I am safe, and challenging the voice inside you that's trying to tell you otherwise, It's those what ifs or thinking of the future. Because I've been doing a lot of this lately of learning self-compassion. I think we're so hard on ourselves. We've lived in a society where in the past, where a lot of us have grown up, there was no self-compassion. There was no, you're not supposed to pat yourself on the back. You're supposed to work really hard, and just keep going. But now, in this modern time, we do talk a lot more of it, but do we do enough of it to ourselves? It's like we talk the talks, but are we really incorporating this in our lifestyles? Are we acknowledging how far we've come in life? And I think the more you say this to yourself, and the more you take moments of stillness and quiet and really being in the present moment and accepting it as, hey, I'm safe, and this is what it feels like to be safe. Really like being in your body, listening, like closing your eyes, taking a moment, and to just feel what safety feels like. I think that's the biggest thing, is for us to get in tune with our emotions, because I know there's been times in my life years ago where when I didn't feel safe most of the time because of past experiences. But it's our brain and our body trying to get used to, hey, that was in the past, because our brain doesn't know the difference when we get these flashbacks or when we're feeling things. So then our body emits these emotions. But we have to start realizing, hey, these thoughts are not mine. Every thought that comes into our head, that doesn't mean that it's your thought. That's the greatest thing, I think, in my healing journey that I've learned. And I have talked about this on the channel before, is thoughts that come through. All thoughts are not yours. You don't have to accept them. You can just watch them float by like a cloud. And I think that was huge for me in healing, just knowing, hey, that's not my thought. I could have picked that up from somewhere else, or you know what I mean? That doesn't resonate with me. So you don't have to own it just because it's running through your mind. And it's really big when you can just sit there watching the thoughts pass by as an observer, because that's what we really are. We're all observers here, And I think that that's huge, because a lot of times, we're picking up things from other people, other emotions, or just things in general. We don't have to take it on. We don't have to take on other people's energy. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Because especially if we feel threatened, scared, abandoned, those wounds could come up. We've all gone through some sort of abandonment or being scared, anything. We all have in life. And I just think different degrees. Everyone's had a different degree of it, but just acknowledging those things as they come up, identifying with them, and like, and saying, oh, that's where that's coming from. That's what that feeling is right now. And just trying to sit with yourself. Those things really help me the most.